Guys, what is up? Welcome to my channel. Today, I am giving you 6 fragrances that I still recommend for 2025. And some of them I just got in a couple days ago. So stay tuned, everyone. Before we start, hit that thumbs up, set it to all notifications. It lets me know you have interest in my content and you support me in what I do and what I have passion for. So let's get right to it. Starting with number 1, we got Luciano Magnitude. I got this a couple years ago, and I haven't really talked about it as much. Maybe I mentioned it a little bit in some shorts or other videos, but why I recommend this for 2025? Well, that is because it doesn't cost $300 some, and it is an inspired twist of L'Immensité by Louis Vuitton, and it costs roughly $40 from fragrancebuy.ca. It's an aromatic citrus amber fresh spicy fragrance that can be appreciated by both men and women. Top notes, you got this sexy grapefruit, ginger, and bergamot. Middle notes, you got some watery notes, sage, rosemary, and geranium. Base notes, you got ambroxan, amber, and labdanum. You have a little bit of warmth here from the amber. It has a little bit of character and personality and some depth. The water notes here, I kind of feel like I get a watery coconut in the middle. The sage adds a little bit of smoke to it, like a little bit of smokiness in the background, while that rosemary adds a little bit of spice. And then you got geranium, which just brightens up and fluffs out the overall heart notes and the facets from the top. The grapefruit here, it's juicy, like you just sprinkled a little bit of sugar on a fresh chopped grapefruit and decided to have that for a snack. And this ginger here is prominent. I get this fizziness feeling from the ginger, and the bergamot just adds a little bit of oomph, like a little bit of extra boldness and crisp to it. The sillage on this one, about 1.5 to 2 hours tops, and the projection, I'd say about the 2-hour mark. As far as longevity goes, I get about 7.5 hours. You could wear it all year round, spring, summer, fall, winter. You could dress it up, dress it down, whatever you prefer. It does make a nice office scent as well. It's not overpowering, nothing cloying. No one's going to get a headache or any of that. It's downright pleasant, enjoyable, playful, youthful. Any age can wear this. And the best part, you can get it from fragrancebuy.ca or any other discounter store for under, what, $50? I think you could get it from anywhere from $20 to like $40, wherever you prefer. If you're interested, I'll leave a link in my description box. And I'm certain all you guys checked it out, especially if you're a cologne collector. But for my subscribers that haven't checked it out, or some of my new subscribers that haven't checked it out, I recommend getting your nose on it. It's well worth checking out. And anybody else who's new to my channel that doesn't talk as much, that just lurks and watch what I do, should get your nose on it. It's well worth having. And it may be you're just only one signature scent. All right, moving on to another one here. This was recommended to me, I'd say maybe a week ago. Now, I am just now starting getting into Azzaro, and I just now got into the Chrome line. Now, the only 2 Azzaros I actually got into was from the Most Wanted line, which is Wanted by Night and the Most Wanted Parfum. Now, I never checked anything else by Azzaro until now. So here we got Chrome Aqua. This came out in 2019. This is a fresh aquatic scent, and I think it's still in production. It's aquatic, fresh, green, citrusy, and woody. You got green apple, grapefruit, Egyptian basil, and Haitian vetiver. You get a little bit of dryness from this vetiver, almost like a grassy feeling. The Egyptian basil adds a little bit of spice as well. You get this juicy grapefruit, and you get the freshness from the grapefruit as well. And you got some green apple here at play. The green apple adds a little bit of sweetness to it. But I also pick up a little bit of sandalwood on the backbone that lingers in the background, kind of coming around all these notes with hands open, hugging everything in. And it gives a little bit of creaminess. What I find interesting with Chrome Aqua is it really performs in hot summer heat. The other day, it was upper 60s, so I decided to wear it. Man, the sillage, the scent trail. People from like 6 feet away from me at work could smell me. And I paid $29 for this fragrance. I was like, wow. That's crazy. And then the projection, as I'm moving around through work, everybody at my new job is like, man, you smell good. What are you wearing? That smells damn good. And I said, Azzaro Chrome Aqua. It was recommended by a friend of mine to check out. Well, I'm going to have to thank him because this bad boy really does perform. So, moving on to another one I want to talk about that I got, I want to say, maybe a month ago. Now, this is a female's perfume. It's a woman's perfume. It was released in 2020. And what attracted me is the scent profile. So hear me out on this. It's fruity, sweet, floral, synthetic, and fresh. Top notes, you got bergamot, cherry, pear, mandarin orange, and then you have some jasmine, sandbach, absolute, lily of the valley, peony. In the heart notes and base notes, you got Guatemala patchouli, white musk, and vetiver. Now I'm talking about Imperial Armani, In Love With You Freeze. I mean, don't you guys adore this beautiful frosted bottle? I do. I just love frosted bottles. So I had to get my hand on this. And I'm happy I bought it because sometimes I like stepping out of my comfort zone. And I will wear women's fragrances because, one, I land compliments. Two, this is very pleasant, sexy, approachable, enjoyable. Now here's what I found interesting with the top notes. The cherry note here, it's more like a dark cherry that has a little bit of tart to it. And the pear here, I feel it's kind of unripened, a little bit of like a sour pear. And then you have the bergamot, and the mandarin orange just adds a nice touch of sweetness that just balances everything out. When them heart notes come in, especially the jasmine, lily of the valley, the jasmine and lily of the valley just brightens up them heart notes while you get a little bit of spice from the peony. But these base notes, when you just get into these base notes, Guatemala patchouli, white musk, and vetiver, it gets masculine. And it gets masculine on my skin. And that's what my skin chemistry does. I find this pretty interesting. And if you guys have it, guys or girls, let me know your thoughts, comments, likes, dislikes, or if you ever got your nose on this. Because I adore this one. This is really good, and it's special to me. I recommend this in 2025. All right, moving on to another one that seems like it doesn't get much love. So here we got another Mancera. We got Cinque Terre. This came out last year in 2024. It's a green, aquatic, sweet, synthetic, fresh fragrance. In other words, it is saltier, more green, woody, aquatic. The lemon is bright at the top. You get this green cardamom that adds a little bit of spiciness along with that rosemary, but I also pick up this peach at the top. So that's where you get your sweetness from. Heart notes, you got sea salt, pine, ambiguous, fig leaf, and cedar, but I also pick up like a little bit of watery notes, some marine notes as well, but I also get like a toasted coconut. That is what had me interested and why I absolutely like this fragrance so much. And then the base notes, you got some tonka bean, labdanum, oak moss, sandalwood. The sandalwood here is creamy. The tonka bean here feels roasted. And it adds a little bit of warmth as well. Now, some people say it smells horrible. Some people say it's disgusting. Well, guess what? I disagree with that statement. This fragrance is fucking sexy. I loves it. It's so beautiful. I mean, fuck. In the air, you get that pine essence of pine tree, like you just cut down a fresh pine. There's nothing that is horrible here. This is beautiful. You get the same amount of sillage, projection, longevity, and performance as French Riviera. It's just a saltier green wood aquatic. It's polar opposite. Nothing to hate here. All right, guys. I recommend this for 2025. All right. Another one I want to talk about is no other than Sicily by Mancera. It's very citrusy, fruity, fresh, floral, and sweet. Top notes, you got a mandarin orange, some grapefruit and peach. You got bergamot, apple, and pineapple. You get this intense freshness from a pineapple. I feel like here it's like a fresh pineapple that you decided to cut in half and have as a snack. The apple is like a Granny Smith apple, so you got some sweetness, and also with that peach. The grapefruit here adds a little bit of citrus and some sharpness to it, gives a little bit of edge. Along with this bergamot, I feel it is more boldness. And overall, mandarin orange just tones down the overall sweetness. Beautiful top notes. Heart notes, you got some jasmine, ylang-ylang, rose, and violet. You get a little bit of powderiness from the violet. The rose, such a beautiful scent if you're into florals like rose. Jasmine kind of fluffs out the overall heart notes, gives a little bit of brightness and some balance here. And the white musk and woody notes is what's cool. I get a little bit of vanilla here. I don't know why. I get a little bit of vanilla. I get some sandalwood, which is kind of creamy. And the other woody notes, I pick up cedar wood as well. Sillage, about 2 to 3 hours. Has a beautiful scent trail. Now, I wore this a month ago. I wore it out. I went to a mall, 6 feet away, people could smell me. And they were like, wow, you just walked by and this scent is still here. Lucky for me, with my skin, a lot of these fragrances last. Now, not everybody is going to have that same experience. You might have to overspray. You might have to, try something else. But I recommend this for 2025. It's for men and women. And if you're in the florals like I am, give it a shot. I'll put a description in my or a link in my description box where I got it. It's under $60. You won't be disappointed. I recommend that for 2025. It performs so good in the spring and summer, and even in the warmer days of autumn and fall. You'll get your money's worth. Another one I want to talk about before we end, we got no other than that I got in the other day. Here we got Argos Pour Homme by Argos. Look at the top. I like the engravement, the symbol, the little jewel. I like the jewel in the middle and the little engravement there. And even on here, this bottle is a solid 10. Kind of reminds me of like a whiskey bottle in a way. Like a top tier bourbon whiskey bottle. All right. Let's talk about this fragrance. You got the Scottish gin at the top, orange slices, Scottish pine, lemon, and lime. Once you spray this, you get an intense Scottish gin. You pick up a little bit of saltiness. The orange slices, though, is overpowered by this Scottish gin. And then you get this beautiful, robust, deep Scottish pine that just brings you in closer. And you get these intense lemon and lime notes. As soon as it starts to settle down, you get this bright, juicy orange slices, like you just peeled an orange and decided to eat an orange. Now, the top notes did last about 13 minutes before the heart notes started coming in. Now, you get some African violet, lavender. You get a little bit of powderiness in the background. You get some vetiver, wild jasmine, and you get some sage and sandalwood. It's a beautiful fragrance. The sandalwood is kind of, creamy. And I'm quite happy with this fragrance. It's very regal, masculine, alluring, and sensual. Now, as I was saying before, the African violet, lavender, vetiver, wild jasmine here. You get that powderiness from the lavender. And you got this vetiver. It feels dry. And once you hit them heart notes, you're still going to get some of them top notes coming in because it's quite intense. They do last. And jasmine here just brightens up. The middle notes kind of tones down the powderiness from the lavender. And the African violet here, it's one of a kind. It's so pleasant and approachable. And what also has me so hooked is the bass notes. I get this beautiful sage, Mysore sandalwood, amber, neroli, white musk, and patchouli. Now, who does that? That kind of scent profile. That's just phenomenal. You get this smokiness from the sage. You get this creamy sandalwood. And you get this warm amber. So you have some depth, some warmth here, and it gets deeper. And you got this lovely neroli that adds a little bit of floral here in the base notes. And you got some white musk. And you got this beautiful heavy patchouli note. Sillage here. People are going to smell you when you walk by. Scent trail is about 4 hours. At least 6 to 7 feet. Projection wise, almost 4 to 5 hours. Longevity, I got a solid 10 hours of wear out of it. It's very fresh, masculine, and regal. This is for a man who means business, who wants to wear a suit and tie, maybe a button-down shirt and some khakis. Yeah. Now, if you guys are interested and you want to get this one, I got a guy on eBay. He's 100% legit, doesn't mess around. And you're looking at, about $123. Now, this is the older bottle. It comes with a metal-plated plastic cap, because the newer cap is glass painted. I still recommend this for 2025 for any of the guys who never checked it out or got their nose on it. You can find this through any discounter, but if you want to save some money and spend under $200 for the OG older version bottle, I'll leave a link in my description. All right, guys, that is it for today. I will have more content tomorrow. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys have a wonderful day. I gave you my 6 fragrances I recommend in 2025. Peace.